Lovely fall afternoon. Lovely way to be with you all today. My name is Kirstie. Like I said, today's class is a class for bone health. We're going to start off with some balloon breaths, followed by some postural corrective exercises. We're going to focus on spine lengthening, scapula retraction. We're going to work on our forward head postures that happen as a result of our modern living. We'll work on hip stretching and extensions. We'll do some ab work. I have a chair available. I also have a massage table out to show you how nice it is to be able to get up off the floor and get down and practice these core movements. I'm going to be doing them up off the floor today so you can get a better bird's eye view. I have a set of heavy weights and resistance bands. The weights, I want us to think about doing these movements, these movement patterns, in about 10 to 12 repetitions. Okay, so let's get started today. Let's just find our center of gravity. I just want us to shift our weight from side to side, back and forth. Taking some grounding breaths here. Imagine our hand is on our belly. You can place your hand on your belly and your hand on your chest. I want us to take some nice cleansing breaths so that imagining that we have a balloon in our belly and we're going to expand it with our inhale through the nose. And then we're going to exhale, let it go through the mouth. Okay, so diaphragmatic breathing. We're going to oxygenate, reset our intention to be fully present with each other today, focusing on our health and taking care of ourselves. Let's continue our breath work. Let's do 2 more breaths at your own pace. So breathing in through the nose. Belly expands down here if you can. Get that belly expansion happening. And then exhale. Good. Like 1 more breath. All right. And then let's start with our arm reaches. Just bring those arms up nice and tall. We're lengthening the spine. Think about becoming human traction. So just hold and then arms down. Raise them up. Exhale. Inhale, we hold, reach, growing roots and wings. And then exhale. Let's go ahead, alternate our arm reach. So right arm comes up, left arm's growing down to the earth. We stretch. Take it out to the side. Opposite arm comes up. And exhale. Right arm comes up. And exhale. Opposite arm comes up. Reach, hold, stretch. Exhale. Roll those shoulders down and back. Nice job. All right, I want us to imagine we are making the letter W by externally rotating our hands, nice tall spine. So we're lifting in that breastbone. And then we're going to take that arm up into the sky, reaching nice and tall, lifting through the spine. Okay, and then relax. Let's do this a few more times. Open it up and then push it out. Nice job. Reset that posture. Our hands are here at the navel. We externally rotate those arms, squeezing between the shoulder blades, and then we push it on up. We're just thinking about creating length and stretching in our spine, those extensor muscles, okay? One last time. Externally rotate, and then press that arm. Nice job. Okay, let's take those fingers, interlock them behind the head. We're just going to open up the chest. So you can do this in a standing position. I just want us to stretch our pecs. Think about opening in this area. Okay, so elbows come out. Continuing to breathe. Hold. We're going to do this about 2 more times. So relax, let it go. Interlock those fingers. Back of the head. Open up the chest. We'll get to all the heavy lifting in just a minute. This is our corrective exercise stretch, okay? So hands behind the head, open up in the chest. Nice tall spine. Feel that stretch in the pec minors, okay? Let's take the hands behind the hips, opening up. We're just gonna stagger our stance here, stretch in the chest. One last final breath. Nice job. Okay, let's reset that shoulder. Give yourself a little bit of a shrug. Shift that weight from side to side. Just see if you can live fully present in this moment together, okay? I have a chair here out to the side. If you have something available to you, I want us to stretch our lats. So we're gonna hinge our hips forward. I want you to take those hands on the back side of the chair. We're gonna hinge forward, spine is straight. We're gonna press down and stretch those back muscles that stay tight. We're just gonna pause here, pressing down, activating those muscles, and then try to look through the arms like a little bit more than you did before. Activate, press, release, see if you can look through. Feel a nice little stretch happening there. Okay, you can begin to walk your feet up. All right, so let's go back to our neck, our forward head posture, okay? So I want us to just kind of take our hands, our fingertips from the side of the chin. We're just gonna slide it down the neck, okay? Here's our Adam's apple, the middle of the neck. We're just looking for our collarbone, okay? And I want us to just apply a little pressure, feeling a stretch as we turn our head to the side. Okay, this is our SCM. Okay, when it gets tight, it pulls our head forward. So I'm just looking to release it here, a little stretch. Feel a little pulling right here. Okay. Head comes back to center. We're gonna do the same thing on the other side. Hopefully you feel a little tension, a little pressure right here along this muscle. If you don't, that's okay. We're just gonna think about lengthening in that neck muscle. Tips just before the base. Back to center. We're gonna start finding the back of our neck. This is where our traps insert at the base of our skull. I want you to take your hands here at the base of the skull, and we're finding the back side of our head. I'm still in picture. And I want us to just take those thumbs and rub them in a circular way on the back side of the head. Another way to release this would be to use tennis balls lying on your back. You're just going to apply those at the base of the skull. Now we can begin to look up and down. We only want to be on that soft, tender part. You might have some tender, bruised, aching feeling if you have a lot of tension there, okay? It's normal to have tension there because these muscles stay tight through living, okay? So just take that head up and down 2 or 3 more times. Hopefully this feels nice to you. All right, now we're gonna come to our chair. We're gonna work in a bird dog position. So we're gonna hit forward. So we're here. Notice my spine is straight. And I take my arm out, my opposite arm and leg. I'm gonna hold it and then slowly lower and the other one out. Okay. This is just here to help me. My spine is straight. It's lengthening. This is a nice modification. Down on the floor is too challenging or you're just not ready for that. So we're simply using the base or of this chair, the seat of the chair, to help support this movement, help us with our balance. We're continuing to breathe. So lengthening as you get that arm and leg out. Range of motion that feels right for you. Should be last one on each side. Okay, nice long spine, hips stay squared. We roll on up. Nice job. All right, let's just shift in that weight. Try to distribute your weight from leg to leg. Just shift. Introduce blood flow here. All right, let's go ahead. I'm going to have you pop into a chair. We're going to do some seated hip flexion or stretching of the hip flexors. So we're just going to angle our back side so that we're anchored in the chair. And I want us to just kind of feel a stretch right in here. Okay? So feel that little stretch in the hip flexor. Now, try angling your bottom so that it's more, you're facing me. And then you're going to turn, spread those legs nice and wide without falling out of the chair. Okay. You can also do this in a standing position if you're not able to get this into a nice wide stance and you're worried about falling. Just stagger your stance nice and wide, shift your weight so that you're feeling a stretch right where your hip creases, okay? We're just trying to open up this area that tends to stay really tight because we're in a flex position sitting a lot. Nice job. Let's step those feet together. We're going to take our chair. Think about growing those roots and wings. Nice tall spine. We're going to kick that heel back and we're just going to squeeze the glutes. Okay, balancing here. If you can let go, wonderful. If not, you just want that little assistance there to keep you steady. That works. Think tall spines, continuing to breathe. Movements happening in the hip. Let's go 3, 2, and 1. Nice job. Shift in that hip. Give yourself a little tap. Okay. Let's reset our posture, rolling those shoulders down and back. We're getting long like human traction. Heel comes out behind us. Tension on the glutes. Think about creating strength in this extension movement in the hip, okay? Nice, Susan. Looks good. Nice. Keep going. Beautiful. All right, we're going to go into 3, 2, and 1. So if you're comfortable getting down on the floor, we're going to do a series of movements on our back, okay? If you want to do them in a standing position, I'll offer that variation as well. Okay, so first move is going to be thinking about from a standing position, you're just going to drive that knee into the palm of your chest. In a lying position, I'm coming down on the floor or my mat. You have a few moves down on the floor, so it's okay if you get into that position. Just do so safely, being mindful, of our spine. So you can, if you're on your back, go ahead, raise those legs up. We're going to drive the palms of our hands into our knees and our knees into the palms of our hands. Okay. Hold. Continuing to breathe. Try to make sure that that spine is in contact with the floor. If you need a pillow behind your head, you can do that to make yourself more comfortable. Keep pressing. Let's go. See if you can flex the feet as well. Let's go 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Hug your knees into your chest and circle the ankles. Nice job. Okay, we're just going to start off by marching those feet. So you're just going to tap the toe here, raise and tap the toe. You can do this in a standing position. Nice tall spine. Just raise those knees up. Okay, continuing to breathe. We're going to add some arms here. Let's do 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Nice job. Let's go back to drawing those knees in, giving ourselves a little hug. Let's circle those ankles and there's those toes. Circle ankles and toes. Point and flex. Wonderful job. Okay, we're going to do the knee press again. Let's go ahead. Press in, press in, press in. Should feel challenging. Just breathe. If you need to rest, try little pulses. Maybe that's a way to build up your endurance. We're here. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Nice job. Hug the knees in. Circle the ankles. Do it in a way that feels nice for you. Explore that movement possibility within yourself. What feels nice? Take a nice deep breath. All right, let's go back to our marching. Then we're going to add some arms. So let's just keep it here for a second. Spine is stable. Okay, arms come out here and see if you can't incorporate some arm movements. Opposite arm to leg here. Keep the knees bent. Continuing to breathe. Let's do 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Hug the knees into your chest. Circle the feet. Beautiful. While we're here, we're going to do some hip bridges, okay? So I want you to just kind of angle your shoulder blades, pull them in so that as you rise up, you're resting on the back sides of your shoulders, and then you're going to lower yourself down, squeezing. Squeeze that backside. You can place the palms and arms to the side of your torso. Press down with your hands, raising and lowering at a rate that feels good for you. We're here a little bit longer. So give yourself a squeeze in the backside. You can incorporate some pelvic floor contractions. Nice job. We'll do about 5, 4, 3, 2, last one. Nice. Draw your knees in. Give yourself a little hug. Let's work on that ankle movements. So point and flex those toes this time. Nice. Try circling them in opposite directions. so that they're doing different things on each side of your body. All right, nice job. Let's do one last final set, and then we'll move on. Okay, so once again, pull those shoulder blades together so that you're pressing up on the back sides of the shoulders. Squeezing your backside, squeeze your pelvic floor. You could try elevating your toes, or you could come up on the toes. Try those variations. If this feels too easy, you could always drop into a one leg position and do a few on each side. Okay? It's always a way to make it a little bit more challenging. We want it to feel challenging yet doable. When it feels doable, we're likely to stick with it, right? Because we're enjoying it. Let's go 5, 4, 3, 2, and last one. Beautiful job. Now, when we come up into an upright position, if you're on the floor or on a table like this, I want you to roll on your side into the fetal position. This is how we're going to protect our spines when should we have a weakness there. So you're going to come up on the elbow, push yourself up into this position here. I'm on a table, so I'm swinging my legs around, sliding my backside to the edge, and then I'm coming here. If I'm on the floor and I've gotten up onto the side like this, I'm going to come onto all fours. I'm going to use my chair, and I'm going to push off with my leg to get up off the floor safely, okay? The positions we put our spine in as we transition from floor to standing or from movement to movement is usually where we run into trouble with risk of fractures, right? So we just want to be mindful of how we hold ourselves, how we get up off the floor. And that's all I have to say about that. All right, so we're going to go strength training portion. I want to pick up a set of weights, resistance band or weights. It's probably good to have a set of both of these things handy. I'm going to show you with weights, hand weights today. We're going to start off with just some body weight squats. You can also use a chair and just get in and out of the chair. That could be a sit to stand or a squat. This isn't revolutionary. With repetition, we strengthen these very important muscles. So my hands are at the side of my hips. It's like I'm sitting in a chair. Notice I'm hinging in that hip. I feel that chair behind me. When I feel it, I stand, using my leg strength, squeezing the backside of my body. Chest stays up. And we should be aiming for about 10 to 12 repetitions, okay? So I'm gonna say we're at probably about 8. I want you to go slow. All right, so we're going to the mark. We're gonna go into an RDL, so hands are out in front. We're gonna slide it down the front side of the thigh, below the knee, stand squeeze. Extra credit, you can work on scapular retraction. Hands come behind the hips, and then we bring them back out in front. We down the side of the leg, just a little past the knee. Spine stays straight. Scapular retraction, rotating those hands behind the hips. Take our time with this movement. So I really want you to check yourself in your camera, if your camera's on, or mirror, and notice if your spine is flexing. We want to keep this movement straight. This movement needs to happen in the hip. Another thing that you could do, keep going. We've got probably about 5 or 6 at your own pace, using a dowel bar to help build that muscle memory first. It does help to hold this kind of rod on the back side of the body so you aren't breaking contact with this wooden dowel. Okay? So when you've reached your 10 or 12, you'll signal by looking ready, and we're gonna go back to our second set of, or get up out of a chairs. Can be your choice, really, wherever you are. So I'm gonna vary my hand placement just because it's more interesting. When I put my dumbbells on my shoulders out in front, I'm front loading my quads, okay? Just changing your hand placement where you stack your weights helps fight fatigue, boredom, and just keeps different muscle groups and fibers engaged differently. Okay. So we should be between the 10 and 12 mark. We're going slow. Should feel nice. Should be warm. I'm hoping you guys are warm. Let's set that, reset our posture. We'll shoulder blades down and back. We're gonna get ready for our RDL. This muscle movement here helps to strengthen the erectors, all the muscles on the back side of the body, which we wanna keep nice and strong. Once again, I'm mindful that I'm not breaking my form if I go past the knee, okay? Stay straight. Should that be at the 10 mark? Listen to your body, listen to your needs. Go to 12 if you can. Nice. All right, so I'm gonna pick up my resistance band. You can use a set of lighter weights for this movement. I'm gonna hold my band so that it's wrapped around my hands. We're gonna do something called a lat pull. So arms are straight. It's almost like we're doing those lat pull machines that you see at the gym, but we're gonna start with our arms up overhead and drive through those elbows so that the band comes down in front. Squeeze the shoulder blades together, okay? Nice, pull it apart as far as you can. So we have a pull happening. We're slow and control. Beautiful. We should be about 10 to 12. This is 11 for me. Okay. Nice job. Okay, we're gonna go into our bent over rows. You can use hand weights or resistance bands. If you wanna use resistance bands, you would anchor your band with your foot, hinge forward, and pull your hands to the side of your chest. I like to drop into hand weights for this movement. We bend in the knee, spine is straight. We're looking out where the floor meets the wall. Hands finish at the side of the chest. 10 to 12 repetitions. We are mindful of our grip. The movement needs to happen. The squeezing needs to happen between the shoulder blades. Remind ourselves to breathe. This too shall pass. Good, maybe 2 more, depending on how you're feeling, depending on the amount of weight you're lifting. Beautiful. As you roll up, we protect our spine. Okay, set it down for a second. If you have water, now's a great time to just grab a little sip. Stay hydrated. We're gonna wrap those bands around our hands and go into our lat pull. If you're using body weight or hand weights, just think about here, driving through those elbows. As if you were performing the same movement, just make that connection with your mind, okay? Really focus on contracting those muscles. Okay, so we're here, and it's like squeeze. Like we're pulling something down, like from a big bar. Think about that connection with that big muscle in our back. So this is 10 for me. I'm gonna let you decide if you're going for 2 more. This feels nice. Each time we contract our muscles, we're doing really positive, good things for our body. Nice job. Set that down. Let's go ahead, just circle those shoulders, reintroducing blood flow. Take a moment to breathe. We're gonna pick up that weight into our bent over row. Okay, so I want spine straight. Think about lengthening through the crown of the head as if you had a rod inserted. You're growing in length in your spine. As you pull, hands finish at the side of the chest, continuing to breathe and focus our squeeze on between the shoulder blades. Good job. Keep going. I've got one more on each arm by my count. Be your own guide here. Set the weight down. Let's just go ahead, circle those shoulders to the back. Alternate your circle. Okay. Nice job. Okay, so you can come in, you can do this in a upright position with a chest press. You can use, I find it helpful to use a resistance band. If you wanted to do it standing, you can also do it lying on your back, but that just requires you to get down on the floor. So just be careful as you do that. We're gonna anchor the resistance band behind our back by our shoulder blades, and we're gonna press out. Okay, so neutral grip, just maybe give it another little wrap so it doesn't, but not over tightly wrapping your hands. Good, just like this. Not trying to cause any restriction in blood flow. Just a loose hold, okay? So I have about 2 more by my count. Nice job. All right, so let's fly it out, okay? So I want a nice wide wingspan, slightly bend the wrists, and we're finishing right here at the center of the chest, okay? Nice tall spine. Beautiful. Let's do 2 more. Okay, you can go ahead, relax, just loosen that grip. Make sure it's not cutting off any blood flow or just circle those wrists. We're gonna go ahead, reset that posture. Human traction, growing tall through the spine, growing roots through our feet into the core of the earth. Band is anchored right behind the shoulder blades, pressing out. Beautiful. I have about 10, so depending on how you're feeling, what kind of weight you're using, you might want to stop. Or if you've got a few more in the tank, let's finish nice and strong. Thinking strong muscles, strong bones. Wonderful. Awesome. Okay, let's reset. Roll those shoulders, reintroduce blood flow. Taking a nice deep breath. We're going to take those arms out to the side, slight bend in the arm, and we're just going to fly it in. Make sure you have tension. You can also change the angle if it feels better. Makes it more interesting. So you can change the angle. Kind of fun. Think about just flying your chest as if we were hugging a tree, just with different angles of our arms, our movements. Make it fun and playful. Good. Let's do about 3 more. Wonderful. Good. Go ahead, reset that posture, set the weight down if you need a little bit of water. Now's the time. We're going to go into our shoulders. We're going to work our muscle fibers on the front, back, but we're also going to add a bicep curl as a brain teaser, okay? So you can do this with body weight, with light weights. So I want us to start nice, tall, upright spine, bicep curl, raise it into a Y. We lower it down, bicep curl, raise it into a T. Bicep curl. Make the letter A with our arms, okay? Bicep curl. Okay? Y. Curl. And then A. Good. Y. We curl. T. And then A. Let's do 3 more. Curl. We got a Y. Curl. T. Whew. Okay, are we feeling that? I am. Let's do curl. This is set 2 of our 3. Good. Last one. We do our Ys, our Ts, As, with a curl in between. Nice job, everybody. Set that weight down. Okay, we're going to try some bug stomps. If this isn't right for you, just think about working in a multiplanar fashion, keeping a nice, tall, upright spine. You're going to take your foot out front, side, back, okay? If you can stomp, then we're just going to stomp away from the midline, come back to center. Alternate our stomps, okay? So it's like we're gonna fall forward. We see a bug on the floor, and we're gonna stomp on it, okay? Stomping is good for a lot of things, primarily for bone density. We wanna create that stress so that our muscles pull on the attachment of the bones, and then the bone has to respond by strengthening, okay? Keep going. This is kind of fun. All right, we're gonna go into little hops here. So just little springy hops if you can. You can just hop around the room. Just little springy hops. We're here for 1 minute. Keep going, guys. If that's too much, just try getting those knees up. It's okay. It's okay. Just stomp that foot down as you lower. Keep going. You can play around with your feet. Keep it interesting. Challenge your coordination. Make it playful. Just give it a few little hops. Something's better than nothing. With practice, it gets easier, you get stronger. We might not all be there yet, and that's okay. You're here doing it, and that's what counts. All right, guys, nice job. All right, now we're gonna do our bug stomps out to the side, okay? We'll finish with some figure 8 walking patterns and some heel and counting, walking backwards. So you wanna make sure you have some spots in your periphery or your surrounding area. It's not a tripping hazard, okay? So let's step it out to the side, hands at heart center. We stomp. Okay? So it's almost like you're gonna step out, let your body fall, and then we absorb it with our feet. So that impact travels up into the hip. Okay? Keep going. Beautiful. We're gonna change legs. Give me 3 more. All right, let's change positions. We're gonna go out in this direction. So just, it's like we're gonna step out, stomp that bug that's to the side of us. Nice job. Give me 3 more. All right, so let's do imagine you have, we're gonna draw a figure 8, okay? So just take your arms out, draw the figure 8. I'm gonna have you walk in a heel toe pattern. Let's do about 5 figure 8 movements. So we're just gonna walk around the room, heel toe, in that imaginary figure 8 that you've drawn, okay? So it's just getting that heel in front of the toe. This helps with changing direction. We have to practice this. The more we practice, the better we become. Less likely we all are to fall. The less likely we are to fall, the better everything will be. So let's do 1 or 2 more at your own pace, depending on how fast or slow you're going. Heel in front of toe, nice tall spine. If you're finding this too easy, try closing your eyes. See if you can do it with your eyes closed. That gets hard. Yeah, we think we're rocking it until we close our eyes, right? Nice job, everybody. Come on back to center. Okay, so we're gonna see my imaginary, it's not imaginary to me, but I want you to draw an imaginary straight line. We're gonna count backwards while we walk backwards on our heels. Toes are up. We're gonna count down from 10, 9, 8, 7. So we're gonna do 10 steps back and forth, okay? At your own pace. Try to balance on those and count to yourself. Good, so just count backwards as you walk backwards. Yeah, feel that in the front side of the shin. do about 2 more. Maybe that's one for you. If you find this challenging, that's okay. Takes practice. Okay. And then we're going to finish on our tippy toe walking. Okay. We're tall ballerinas. You can bring the arms up overhead for extra lengthening. Think about growing inches. Let's do about 2 more. Beautiful. All right, let that arm down to the side. Nice. Let's just shift our weight back and forth. Just rock hip. Let's just incorporate shoulder roll. And just imagine you're flowing like water down the spine. Continuing to breathe. I'm just going to have you just shake those arms. Okay, we're just going to allow them to just kind of wrap around the waist. Continuing to breathe and get tall. Nice job, everyone. You're almost there. All right, let's come to our chair. We're going to stretch our backs. Coming back into that forward folding position. Anchor your hands on the back side of the chair. Walk your legs back and come into that forward folding position. Notice my spine is nice and straight. I'm just allowing myself to stretch here. Continuing to breathe. I might press my palms down into the back side of the chair, activating my lats. When I relax and let go, see if you can't look between the arms a little bit more than you did before. Nice. Bring our hands so that the arms are out just a little bit in front of the eye. I'm going to have you roll and just create a little bit of a movement in that thoracic spine. We're restoring mobility here slowly. Strengthening the muscles. Nice job. Let's do 2 more at your own pace and then walk your feet up. Nice. How are we doing? All right, drop the right leg back. We're going to stretch our hips. So we're just going to come into that little forward lunge position. Stretch those hip flexors. So you can bring your arm up. We get tall. Lengthen, lengthen. Stretch. Tall. And stretch. Heel comes in contact with the floor and the leg that's behind us. Let's do one last final lengthening and hip opening. Feet come together. Same thing, opposite side. If you want to use your chair to help balance, it's always a nice thing to do. Have a little extra support so we get tall. Staggered stance. Lengthen in the spine. Drop the arm, circle it around so that we're reaching. And then we come into a nice forward lunge, feeling this hip start to open. And then just make it fluid if you can. So it's kind of like we're stretching our connective tissue. These movements. One last time. Beautiful. Okay, let's take the hands, interlace them behind the head, open in the chest. Think about lengthening in the spine. Hopefully you're a lot less tight than you were before. Just open this up for me. Good. And bring it in. Open. One last time. Nice job. Okay. Whew. Just roll those shoulders down and back. Let's finish with a nice little diaphragmatic breathing again. Once again, we're going to turn our palms facing up, ear drops to the shoulder. It's my favorite way to finish the day. Just breathing. Grateful for this time together. Head comes back to center. Drop the ear to the opposite side, creating space. Nice. 3 breaths. Let it go. Hands at heart center. I hope you feel energized,